Hi there, YouTubers. How are you today? Today, I am not speaking very well. Have you noticed? I think I'll speak maybe a little slower. But I wanted to show you what I've been up to. And let me put my glasses on for this. Okay, thank you. Sorry for the glare. I decided I was going to learn to crochet. And of course, being Gen Mama, I set my sights very high, and I chose as my first project an Afghan. But not the kind with the squares that you see on the back of people's couches, but a really nice, one color with a design crocheted, a whole whatever. That kind of Afghan. And I decided not to do that because, oh my, looky here at this mess. Okay. I don't even know if I'm doing it. Look at that. If I'm doing it right. Because to me, you see that huge space there? Let me see. There, you can see it. It just looks wrong. This is supposed to be double crochet. And I think I was a little overly ambitious, and that's my chain, and it's the holes aren't very big, so I scrapped that one. I mean, I'm gonna save it and everything, so I thought, well, maybe I'll just do a sampler. But I did it with a different yarn that I don't have very much of, and wrong colors, because shoot, yeah, that really is the color. It's very dark, and it looks right, but I'm having a hard time with the chain, putting in, skipping. So that was going to be a sampler, but I figured the best thing for me to do is to get some white yarn or light yellow yarn so I could actually see the holes where the each chain is, and sample on that, and maybe that'll help some. Right now I'm wearing my prayer shawl because it's freezing, and this is the warmest thing in the house, blanket wise. Oh God, I just got a super headache. Okay, well, that's okay. And so the latest news, people, is that November is National Epilepsy Awareness Month, and the color of the ribbon is purple. And my ribbon is sitting over there because I'm not going anywhere today, but I am wearing a purple shawl, so I hope that counts. So anyway, the slogan is "Get Seizure Smart." Learn about it, talk about it. And I wanted to say that there are over 41 types of seizures, and the one that people identify as a seizure is a grand mal. Those are the ones you can see, and you know what it is because the person is jerking and slavering in the mouth and not know what's going on and everything. But so many seizures you cannot see, but that doesn't mean the person is not having a seizure. And most people, I think, don't really know that a seizure disorder is such a complicated thing, and there's so much they don't still understand, even though the machines to detect things are getting more and more sophisticated. But the brain is a tricky little thing, so there you go. So anyway, I have seizures, and I think a lot of you know that, and so this month is very important to me, and it's why I've made aura videos. I have tried desperately to get somebody to record my seizures. And I keep hoping that I'll have one while I'm making a movie, but it's never happened yet. But what I'll show you what one of them looks like, but I'm not having it really. I'm pretending, but it's like a blank stare, and I'm just repeatedly scratching, and people will talk to me, and I'm kind of withdrawn into myself. I can see, my surroundings. They're blurry, but the colors are there, and I know if someone's asking me a question, but I can't really talk to them. So this is what one of them looks like, and that's what I do. But it could be like picking at your clothes with a vacant stare. Another one of mine, which you would not be able to see, but it's one of the more major types of seizures. It's a complex partial, which originates in my temporal lobe, the left one. And it's like I'm lying on my back, spread eagle, on a sheet, a white sheet, crisp white sheet the size of a room. And I'm a little teeny thing, and what's happened to me is I'm a little teeny bug-sized thing on that sheet. But what it is a loss of an altered sense of self in space. And I know that there's a word for this. It's something or other. And I can look it up and put it in the bar. Oh, the bar. And sometimes I get depersonalization, and you can't really see that either. Sometimes I'll get twitches in my fingers or in my abdomen, or sometimes in this shoulder here. Just muscle spasms. And those could be seizure related. I'm not going to say that they are, but some people say that they are. I found a site on the epilepsy, what's it called? epilepsyfoundation.org. I should know, right? But anyway. So anyway, if you look up epilepsy, and the main page is something like Epilepsy Foundation, you can get lots of good information from there. You can learn the latest surgical options that are available, some of the newest medications, different types of seizures. I wanted to mention one thing. There are epileptic seizures and non-epileptic seizures, and that means the epileptic seizures involve the electricity in the brain going haywire, and it's kind of like Mentos and Coke. There's it just kind of, things don't fit in the right slot, and they're going and all that, and that's what a seizure is. It's actually what's going on in the brain. And there's like I guess I want to say ribbon, which is things. I can't think how to say it. Anyway, it's the brain trying to take care of itself. When it does this thing around and around the brain. And I talked about that in one of my aura videos, about I can feel the electricity buzzing around my brain, and I didn't have the words for it, but I had heard a doctor say recently that it was the brain trying to rectify the mistakes that the Mentos and Coke were doing to the brain.